Toriko! Toriko chapter 255. Y'all, if you haven't read this chapter of Toriko, stop my video, go read it. Yo, because I'll give you 5 seconds. Because look, just go read it. In the second page, you will understand. Pretty much all this chapter. I don't want to spoil anything. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you're still here, man. If you're still here, I'm assuming you've read this chapter. That second page. Yo, you read this second page. Shock. Straight shock. I was shocked. Okay? For pretty much a minute straight. Now, y'all, I don't get shocked like that very often. I rarely get surprised anymore. But that Mitsutoshi. Now, some people may have called that he was alive, but come on, man. It wasn't that just he was alive. If you look at it, Midora, midway through his punch, look, cause Ichirayu, but for those who don't, Ichirayu was alive. President Ichirayu is still alive. Midora took part of his head off when he punched through the ground. Now, I was curious whether it looked like he punched in last chapter. It looked like he definitely did punch him, but he didn't punch him. And you know, I mean, this chapter has 3 sections. I just had to get that out of the way. Had to get that out of the way. And then there was a second. I mean, there was so many huge plays, but there was a second huge play. Well, 3 really huge plays, which is fitting because there were 3 parts to this chapter. All right, let me start off. I mean, yo, I'm sorry if this is a little bit crazy, but this chapter though, like the action wasn't even an action oriented chapter. But this chapter was just, oh my goodness. Sorry if y'all hear some background noise. You know, it is what it is. Anyways, so we start off. Midora, you know, he did what he had to do. You know, he sprayed out the meteor spice with his demon roar. And let's just put it this way. So Midora pretty much easily can nuke the world. Okay. I mean, just another showcase of how beastly he is. All the sprays that he didn't look like, or was it that he targeted certain areas? So I'm a bit confused about that. Whether was it a targeted hit or was it really all over the human world? I don't know. But then Midora's, you know, Midora's walking away, and y'all see my thumbnail. Yeah, had to choose that one. And then you know, Ichirayu, you know, he's like, yo, why did you not finish me off? Midora's simply, I don't know. But I guess you know, Midora's got like that Saiyan vibe going on. It's like, you know, you're pretty much, and this just shows how OP / overpowered that Midora is. He's like, you expiration date. You pretty much, dude, you're not even worth fighting anymore. Ichirayu's not worth fighting anymore. And Midora tried to play off like, you know, your minority world's still working. And Ichirayu calls it like it is. He's like, BS. Come on, let's get real. Let's get real. Dude, you could have easily taken me. Midora's like, yeah, you pretty much should be dead. So, here's the question. How old is Ichirayu? Like, seriously. Because Midora throughout this whole thing has been saying old man. And mind you, Midora is also centuries old. And he grew up with Ichirayu. So it's like, huh? Like, seriously. How old is Ichirayu? That's a good question, I think. And then, but also, I guess not only that, but what has happened in the past? I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, Ichirayu's having a good old conversation while on the ground. And, with Midora. And Midora's like, yo, it doesn't matter. Hold on. No. I was mistaken. I'm getting my things confused. Anyways, most of it was Ichirai was talking to Midora, and he's like, Midora, our true enemy though, yeah, still out there. We gotta, but it ain't us who gonna this is a big but. Yeah, this is a good sign for the future. Some predicted it, but it is what it is. We're not gonna be the ones who fight him though. So, or is he referring to Neo? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he was referring to Neo or something to do more with Acacia. I don't know at this point. It's interesting. But also, he was saying how, the meteor spice will be negated because he's made preparations, which makes sense. But then he said, that's all good and dandy, but it will be for nothing if the world potentially starves. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna have to play out because I'm not too sure about a lot of things. There was a lot of things put into this chapter, a lot of hints and foreshadowing that I'm not exactly entirely confident to say what it is and what it ain't in this situation, because Mitsutoshi, I mean, he could send this thing down so many different avenues. But he did say, and here, do y'all remember when Toriko and the other four Heavenly Kings, Sani, Coco, and Zebra, were searching, the different biotypes? I don't know about Zebra, but I know at least Toriko, Coco, and Sani were going to different biotypes and gathering Ichirai's full course. And this is coming into play because Ichirai, I guess, prepped for this sort of event, and he said there must be somebody who can find a full course and somebody who can prepare it, I guess, to save the human world from starvation. So overall, that part was excellent. And then moving on to part 2. Pretty much we see over in the human world people getting saved because of the beast nature of different important characters. We see Ricky, Chief Mansum's super leopard, the flying leopard, and hyper leopard, whatever his name is, whatever the species is, y'all know what I'm talking about. And he's got big. I mean, this dude, Ricky is huge now. Huge. But I don't believe we see Chief Mansum, because I think Mansum's still tied up with Shige. And then also, Vice President Shige on Cooking Island. But also behind him, them giraffe birds. Them giraffe birds are so beastly. When you see that one of them, appetite energy, like a machine gun. That was nice. Taking out the meteor spice. Back on Cooking Island, we see, them top tiers going in. Setsuno with her pressure cooker thing, pretty much like an invisible barrier, shut things down. And we also see Knocking Master Jiro, Guinness Punch. This alcoholic, Guinness Punch, meteors gone. We see his face, excellent. Then we see a couple things. Yo, where the hell is Coco though? Seriously, what did Grimpatch do to Coco? Like, Coco is seriously MIA right now. Because we see Sonny, he's banged up, but he's almost good to go. We see Zebra finally breaks free of the tree, so that's good. But then Zebra said, Sonny asks, everybody okay? Where is Coco? We haven't seen him since he went down into that abyss of a hole, abyss of a pit with Grimpatch. We saw Grimpatch come out relatively okay, but we haven't seen Coco yet. I mean, I don't think he's dead, but I'm worried. Okay? And then and considering, I mean, I gotta say this. A lot of people are downgrading Coco, okay? Coco is beast. He is powerful. He's not a full Heavenly King for nothing. His poison powers are incredible. They just are. I think he could take Magellan from One Piece. I really do. Just saying. Now, Sonny asked everybody okay. Zebra now was confused about what he was saying back. But looking back after I saw the end of the chapter, Zebra is asking, I hope the kid's okay. He's outside of my range. He's talking about Komatsu, because we see later that in the third section, second transition between second and third section, we see that Starjin is taking Komatsu away as he was. You know, he's got his he's on like this dragon thing. He's got the Big Bang Shark and a few others, and I guess one or two other people with him, probably Grin Patch and a couple others. And then, but here's the big, oh my goodness. So the resurrected Froze, as I'll call it from now, because we don't know what's going on with her. We really don't. So she, you know, the phantom creature, Tonga or something like that. The lizard snake-like creature, you know, the shadow creature. You know, it comes, levitation, and she says, oh, this was that second part that I was just like, whoa. Like, I already kind of expected, but the way she, like, is he coming in earlier than I expected? And who is it? Acacia. She says, so you're you know, this spectacle, you calculated it this much? Bishoku King Acacia? Do y'all understand how huge of a play that is, man? Do y'all? That's just as big, pretty much just as big as Ichiryu being alive. And like this whole thing, it's curious to see if a war, like where this war with the Bishoku kind and the Zero Biotype's gonna go. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But going on into the third part, we see you know, Ichiryu had you know, yeah, Ichiryu had Ichiryu, he had said something about we're not going to be the ones fighting it. And we see Starjin, you know, we had seen him. Starjin's taking away Komatsu, and Komatsu's saying to you know, he's you know, whispering Toriko. And then at the end, man, Toriko is waking up. But do y'all remember how Tommy Rod, when we seen him, you know, how his arms and his legs, how his arm, no, it was just his arm. You remember how it had that strange offset color? Well, that's the same thing it looks like with Toriko's arm and leg that had got screwed, you know, chopped off by Starjin. And yeah, man, like, yo, and then it says who wake him up. I mean, I thought Komatsu was gonna revitalize. So I mean, there's so many questions with the chapter, but you know, overall, I gotta say, give it the grade. I'll give it the review grade, and then I will, you know, expound upon something. Y'all should know what this grade of this chapter is. It's 10 out of 10. It's a perfect chapter of Toriko, hands down. So much foreshadowing, so many big plays. Like, this conclusion pretty much coming to this arc in an epic way, because Froze is leaving the scene. So pretty much the arc's gonna be concluded. And like, but then we didn't see Tepa. So did Tepa? I don't know what's going on right now. I really don't. But my thing is, now, you know, I think I even said in my last video, I thought that because of Ichiryu's death, that my original prediction was done. I thought it was done. Looks like it may have been resurrected, because my original prediction was that, you know, Ichiryu, President Ichiryu, Midora, and Naki Master Jiro would join with the four Heavenly Kings and with Acacia, okay? And they would, did I say defeat the defeat Neo? Or defeat something along those lines. Defeat Neo, or fight alongside one another, you know. And I've questioned whether, you know, Acacia would be resurrected. Right now, I'm of the belief, you know, over this past week, that Acacia's still alive. After thinking about over Froze, I'm thinking, because we never, you know, they said Acacia died 500 years ago. All we know is he went MIA. We don't know if he went KIA. All we know is he went MIA. We haven't seen, and even in that flashback, he just disappeared from the scene after Froze died. You know, he the barrel and then gone, just gone. So you know there's like, and Froze, you know, she was my second, you know, part of the prediction that she's done, obviously. So I mean, but then doggone Ichirayu said, you know, pretty much giving it to the next generation, and it's saying the next generation is going to surpass, you know, this is definitely a hit that the next generation is going to surpass the old. But yo, like Midori though, you know, is Starjin going to surpass Midori? If Starjin surpasses Midori though, like, but then again, like, yo, Acacia, we seen Froze. I mean, Froze is impressive, don't get me wrong. But Acacia, man, I see why they call him the god of the Bishoku guy. I mean, not the Bishoku, the Bishoku. I mean, Acacia, I got it. Oh my goodness. Does it mean we're gonna see him prior to chapter? I mean, Mr. Toshi's got this series on hyperdrive, but at the same time, I still got this series going like One Piece. It can easily go 1,000. Easily go 1,000 chapters. Easily go 1,000 chapters. I know I seem like I'm rambling, but I'm putting in some serious points right now. Acacia may show up within 300 chapters, or 300 or 400. I'm not sure. That seems like no. That's not a big difference by the way this story is going. This story is shooting off to space. It's got where Mitsutoshi takes it. Oh man, I'm loving this. This chapter's got me loving this, man. If you're not reading Toriko, you better read this manga. Period. The Unexpected one, to like, comment, subscribe. I've said all I need to say in this video, and I'm sorry for the interruptions, whatever, but it's life, y'all. It is life. Peace.